Most High God, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading and this video. Do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. She's here. I'm here. So to continue the Leo female reading, let's see what God want to share with us today as it pertains to Malika and her journey as the daughter of a humanitarian who is wanted by these corrupt government people and these corrupt ancient Egyptian gods and these corrupt secret societies that work with them, and the fools who are misled by the lies spread from the top come all the way down. Let's see, as it pertains to Malika, the Leo female, what is it that God wants us to know? So it looked like in part one, Malika was kind of confused as to how her dad became a jerk in the first place. So God was explaining how he felt basically crappy. He used to live a luxurious life in America, and then he got dragged to Montserrat, most likely by Karen, and then he didn't have a job, so he didn't have no money. He couldn't live the big life that he used to live. He felt like shit, and I dumped him. So that just kind of make him spin off the rails, and he wanted a means to make money, and they offered him some kind of corrupt position to make money. So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And the corrupt position was to help these idiots to ruin me, hurt me, kill me, put me in a mental institution. And that's how. And for the rest of what was shared in part one, I do suggest that you guys go and watch it if you're interested. And to the rest of you, here we have a part two. So let's see what else God want to share with us as it pertains to the Leo female caught up in the middle of this bullshit. We got the public club or secret society showing itself. And at the bottom of the deck, we got bank. See? Educator. So, a wealth of knowledge. That's why we're here. So, okay, because I was thinking about telling y'all that if you're interested in the whole story, well, you can find it on my Facebook in posts from about 2009. You can also find it in my playlist on this channel called Chanel's List of Personal Readings or something like that. Yeah. So if you go like way back, you kind of could watch the videos and see the story as it progressed and progressed and progressed and progressed and progressed and progressed. That's where you find it. Okay. A wealth of knowledge. So I guess I was supposed to tell you. I was thinking it. But for those of you who want to know where you can find the rest of the information, you can check that playlist out. Everything that I've done that pertains to my case, I tried to put it in there. So there's just about everything in there. Okay. There may be one or two videos that at the time I probably couldn't care less. You know, them ones when you just feel tired and sick of the shit. So I might have missed a few videos, but most of it is there. Okay. Also check the shorts. In the shorts, I have done videos to show like the kind of attacks that they do. And well, as it pertains to like the water and the mold attacks and yeah. If you want to take a look and see how they have been treating me and how they have been dealing with me, because I'm a good person with good intentions and I have the power to be very influential in making other people good too. That's why I'm being attacked. Because I'm a good person with good intentions and I have the power to influence people to be good too. That's why I'm being attacked. Because those who run this society, they run it off of a system of corruption. That's why the poor always stay poor, and only who they want to be rich will get rich. Because if you have the potential to be rich and you have good intentions, it's a no-go for them. If you're going to be rich, you have to be corrupt. You can't be taking care of your community and trying to make the world a better place and spreading positive vibes and empowering people to be rich too. And no, you can't be doing all that. The people who created the system that we currently live by, they don't like that. They want people to do bad things and go to jail, take care of your health terribly so that you could go and have medical treatment, dentistry. They have a system that's built on money and power. They want to control everybody and they want everybody to come spend money with them and get less for your money. You're not supposed to be satisfied. That's how they see it. You're not supposed to be happy. That's how they see it. They want everybody in mental conflict so that we have to go and use their psychologists and their therapy, their institutions of therapy, psychotherapy, and all these things. This is how they want us to live. Education is not based on you becoming as adept as you can be. They don't want you to become as smart as you can be. They want you to only know what they want you to know so that you become what they want you to become. Not you getting this information so that you can become the best version of yourself for yourself and your family and your community and your country if you become that successful. No, that's not what they want. You're not supposed to know how to take care of yourself. That's why they don't do preventative medicine. They don't actually heal either. They try to keep you in a state where you always have to come back. If it's goods, services, it's the same template. Because they're not smart enough to know how to create an actual business that runs properly. So they choose to scam people instead. That's why the dentists fuck up your teeth so that you have to come and use their services. The eye doctor fuck up your eyes so that you have to come and use their services. Or they don't tell you how to prevent. Or they lie to you and tell you that you got this and you got that so that you could come and keep paying money. They're trying to secure their monthly paycheck. We live in a society where just that small group of people want to maintain all the power. And if you're a private citizen and you have power, you need to be in a position where you can be controlled by them. And that's why I'm such a problem to them, because I refuse to be controlled by them. Come what may. I'm nobody's slave. Nobody. If you want me to conform to something, let it be something sensible. Period. I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. And that's why I'm attacked and treated the way that I'm treated in this society. Or in this system. Because no matter what country I go, I get treated the same. So it's the system. It's not really the country. In America, in Montserrat, in Anguilla, in UK, I get treated the same. And that's why a lot of people, they either cuss behind the scenes, they don't speak up or stand up for what is right because they know the type of fight that comes to them. And those who don't know, and they find the courage to speak up and stand up for what is right, when the fight gets to them, then they conform, they quit. Even people who claim to them know God. When Babylon start to come down hard on them no know God no more. I'm not that type. Either God's gonna prove its unlimited power to me, or Babylon is going to prove that it is more powerful than God to me. And so far, God has won every fight. And I only found that out because I chose to challenge the challengers. I only found out because I chose to put myself in harm's way if it means standing up for the right. And God show up and show out for me every time. And here I am, still. So how you gonna know what God can do if you don't give God the opportunity to show up in your life? Especially when you're in situations where you are outnumbered. Imagine the collective intelligence that all those people have versus my little brain. They've been attacking me since I was 28. How much do you know at age 28 compared to all these people that group up together? Army generals, psychologists, doctors, lawyers, magicians, voodoo priests, voodoo priestesses, all these people came up against me and all of them have lost because God. I chose to put my trust in God because I know that I have the right to stand up for what is right. I was willing to test the waters to see, because there's no way that God can create all this and then put us here. And I must be a prisoner to these people. And then God expect me to do right. And when I do right, I get punished by these people for it. Nah, man, God gonna have to show me that it's gonna stand up for me if I do right by God. God asked me to do right. When I do right by God, all these people get offended because me doing right by God is challenging their status quo. So when I became God's friend, I automatically became their enemy. But the flip is, if I become their friend, I automatically become God's enemy. Because God don't do corruption. I'd prefer be the enemy of all of you. And keep God alone. And that's what makes me different. I don't just talk it, I walk it. Come what may. If you can't stand beside me in this fire, don't come beside me. If you cannot stand with me in this fire, standing up for what is right, then I don't want you beside me. Simple. We are not the same. They will not enslave me. They will not have me subscribe to all of their corruption and then I'm losing points with God. God is looking at me, shaking his head in shame and disappointment. That's not going to happen. You're going to have to kill me first. And I'd rather die and go to my father and my mother, Father God and Mother God, knowing that I died for something that was actually worthy. Defending God, defending righteousness, defending correctness. Anything less would be uncivilized. Anything less would be uncivilized. Talking about you rather have Jesus than silver and gold. But you're not willing to lay down your life for what Jesus said to lay down your life for. All of a sudden you don't know Jesus anymore. Just flip over, gang leader, liar. Jesus is our gang leader. We who stand up for God and stand up for right, that's our gang leader. Y'all switch teams quick when the fire come to you. You make the devil scare you away from Jesus. We are not the same. Let's see what comes after. Liar of the gang. The word. Not just the word that is in the Bible either. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every right thought that come to his or her mind. You don't get to pick and choose when you do right. That's not loyal. God don't like that. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego chose to be thrown in the fire. Those are the type of soldiers that God is looking for. If you're not that person, go sit down somewhere. Daniel preferred to be thrown in the lion's den than to betray God. If you're not like Daniel, go sit down somewhere. David didn't watch his little size and feel like because Goliath so big and so strong that he can't take down Goliath. David stepped to Goliath with faith and gave God the opportunity to show up and show out through him. If you're not like David, go sit down. Talkers. We are not the same. Posers you are. We are not the same. Rastafari, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Allah, that is our gang leader. That is the lawyer of the gang. God defends if we stand for God. God is our leader. We are a gang too. They are a gang and we are a gang too. Y'all never give God the chance to show up and stand up and show out for you. Clearly you don't understand God or godliness or religion. You're a talker. You're a follow fashion. Monkey see, monkey do. But why monkey really in it? Monkey has not a clue. We are the modern day Moses. We are the modern day David. We are the modern day Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the modern day Daniel. Musician female, receive. God will provide. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Prophet or prophetess. God will provide for us. We work for God, so God provide everything that we need. You need a lawyer, God got you. You need a doctor, God got you. You need a dentist, God got you. You need a lover, God got you. You need a teacher, God got you. You need an assistant, God got you. God will provide. You need food, God got you. You need education, God got you. But y'all don't give God a chance. Y'all get scared of these people who claim say they run society. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness therein. Everything belongs to God. So long I have this book with all this information, I read Bible for so long and all now you still don't get it. How we know you don't get it? Your actions do not reflect your faith that you claim to have. The Leo female is not like that. Malika is not like that. Malika been with me. Even when she don't understand or like what's happening, she try and she push through. Malika is a bigger, better soldier than a lot of you. She don't even know what's really going on. Malika stand firm. Firmer than she daddy. And she auntie Karen. And she grandfather George Allen Senior. Even Malika is bigger in the eyes of God. Malika put her to shame. Y'all stand for nothing. So you fall for anything. Because you think nobody see you. God see you. God know you. God tested you and you failed. You fight against me. For what? No good reason. No good reason. Now put Malika in a danger. For what? No good reason. None of you could have done a better job at raising Malika than me. Yeah. None of you. All of you want to be in a Malika life right now because I am proud of Malika. Malika didn't get like that by herself. It had everything to do with me and God. God working through me. And me putting in the effort to become a respectable woman and passing that on to my child. Me putting in the effort to become a responsible woman and passing that on to my child. Me putting in the effort to be a woman of ambition and passing that on to my child. Me putting in the effort of not being a woman who is afraid of difficulty and passing that on to my child. Me choosing to be a woman of integrity. We don't have to hurt nobody, forget what we forget. And I pass that on to my child. None of you could have done a better job at raising Malika than me. The woman that you love in Malika today is a reflection of me. The me that y'all try to destroy for no good reason. If Malika come to you right now, what you going to try to do? Stop Malika from being a woman of integrity? If Malika come to you right now, what you going to do? Stop Malika from being a woman who is responsible? Isn't that going backward? Malika more powerful than I am right now. Being a woman of integrity, maturity, responsibility, ambition. Y'all are behind Malika. So clearly you're behind me. No matter how much I try to make me look like I am not that girl. You can fool some of the people sometime, but you can't fool all the people all the time. Where I am concerned, you all did a very, very, very wicked thing. And that's why God will punish you. Where Malika is concerned, you all did a very, very, very wicked thing. And that's why God is punishing you all right now and for the foreseeable future. Jail. Let's see what other card come out. Several of them come out. We got jail. We got just a diversion and vaccine. So this is about me. Y'all basically put me in jail. Y'all have kept my life and my destiny captive. It's just a diversion to vaccine the world against righteousness, to vaccine the system against falling, because y'all know that if I really get to be free, the whole system ya crumble. Because you need people to subscribe to and give life to the fuckery that y'all call the system. So when God bust me out of this jail, just know that your fall has already started, Babylon, but your fall going to accelerate even more them time there. When people know for sure that God protect people like me, that if they get in their right energy, God will protect them the way that God protect me, you can't hold them again. And that's why you can't hold Malika. Malika has seen and experienced too much of God to be misled by you people. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. War. War against the system. Let's see what else. War. Airport. Words. Warring against the word. Reinstate. Secret. You only need to reinstate something that failed. So y'all are putting me in a state of captivity because it's of diversion to vaccine the world against righteousness. Vaccine the public against their self-empowerment. So you are with the words that I put out so that you can reinstate your secret society, your corruption, secret. Yeah, you want control. Secret mayor, so the secret society behind the government. We got children, politics. Bullshit. Y'all don't want to run the system the way how the system is supposed to be run. Y'all love the corruption because it works in your benefit. So you think. So you tell yourself. How's it working out for you now? Not very well. I know. Your culture, the way how y'all do politics, that's your culture. And y'all do it everywhere. And you're looking for new recruits. You're looking for more people to join your corrupted system and be subject underneath you. Looking for new recruits from the private sector. Y'all need to quit. Delivery, music, harmony. It's going to happen. First, there was just me. Now there's me and Malika. Music. We got hidden entrance, money, blessings, protection. We blessed, and you don't even know how we blessed. God got this. Whatever we've set out to do, we're going to achieve. We're going to create that harmony in the world that you don't want because we're doing the right thing. We are servants of the Most High God. Musk energy. You can't stop this. Y'all are gonna go to jail. All of y'all gonna get tried by the court of public opinion. Let's show you where the real power lied. The power is in the hands of the people. We the people. We got hailstones falling right now. Cold day in hell. It's beautiful. Y'all took this beautiful thing that God made. This beautiful thing called the earth that God made. And you cultured it into something that the very people who inhabit it have come to hate. And in the process, you've caused them to curse God. As if God made this stupid shit. God didn't make the system. The system that tells you it's illegal to collect rainwater. The system that make it okay to dig out the earth's blood, aka oil. Could you imagine what they're doing to the earth? How they're destabilizing the earth by sucking the oil out of the earth's veins. It doesn't take a genius to know that that's not a good thing. Imagine somebody prick you and be sucking your blood. Eventually you're gonna get weak. That's what y'all are doing to Mother Nature. Drilling for oil. The earth is alive. It doesn't take a genius. You got all these people at NASA and all these places that do all this high-tech scientific study. Y'all use the money and the resources that you thief from other people's country and build nuclear bombs and then go out into the seawater and blow them up, hurt the sea life. Y'all create all these factories. When we were surviving absolutely fine enough. Before all these factories, we had ways of making things. Then all these factories, they put all this smoke into the atmosphere, polluting the very air that we have to breathe to survive. These are who are in powers of position. These are the movers and shakers of the world, and everybody else is subjected to that shit. Every day I'll go up in the sky with these airplanes and make these smoke lines with God knows what. And you're the ones who are the guardians and the ones in authority over the earth. And this is what you're doing? The very water source that we're supposed to be able to survive off of, you put whatever the fuck you put in the water. And then you recycle dirty water and give us back to drink. And you are the ones in charge. And everybody's just cool with that, not me. How can you get it so wrong for so long? They said Nikola Tesla come up with a way to provide free energy from the very atmosphere. And y'all kill Nikola Tesla and take Nikola Tesla's study, all his books that he wrote the information on, allegedly. And now you still want people to be getting what electricity via coal and oil and all these things as if there's no better way. These are the people who are in charge of society. Our fate is in their hands. Not for long. Make it illegal to collect rainwater when you could be collecting rainwater that fall on top of your roof, your car, and water your garden and whatnot. Who the fuck make collecting rainwater illegal? What is that? What could be the motivation behind a mentality and a law like that? These are what the rule makers are doing. If I put up guttering on my rooftop and collect rainwater, I could go to jail for collecting rainwater. If y'all don't put a stop to this shit now, expect it to get much worse. Expect it to get much worse. God is not going to do the work for us. We have to find the courage within ourselves to stand up on God's behalf against bullshit like that. And then God will empower us. God stand up for those who stand up for themselves. When all the madness that they plan to do to humanity actually start to take place, people like me, I will be nowhere near the danger. People like Malika will be nowhere near it either. God will make sure of that. Because we have not contributed and we have not conformed to it. We have not agreed to it. So if you know what's good for you, you will do what you have to do to save yourself. When the rest of the world is suffering from drought, I won't be there. When the rest of the world is suffering from famine, God will make sure that I have food to eat. Because I'm a servant of the Most High God. And so is Malika. She was trained, brought up to be a servant of the Most High God, or at least a supporter of the Most High God, a real believer, not a pretend one like most of you. Go to church every Sunday and go Bible study every Wednesday or Tuesday. You're back at church again Friday. Still, you would betray God in a heartbeat. You'll betray righteousness in a heartbeat. What's the point? The apple didn't fall far from the tree. I taught Malika. If she don't choose to take it, it's not because she wasn't taught to trust God and get to know God and get to understand how God works in her life. I'm doing what I'm called to do. Everybody is responsible for themselves. God say, hey! Most of you only talk God. You don't live God. God say, how you gonna tell me that you love me and you never see me, yet the people them that you see are every day you hate on them. Even people who never do anything to you. You have hatred for them. You lie to them, you cheat them, you manipulate them, you lie on them to other people. Yet still all of you, Allah, Allah, and Jesus. Oh, the blood of Jesus. Arja, Rastafari. Fake as fuck. You Indians too are called pan Krishna, you Chinese, you Buddhists too. Fake as fuck. Create this facade like you're so holy. You're so blessed and sanctified. But you're willing to sell out your God because you're free at Babylon. Hey. Because you're free at Babylon. Babylon force you to do things. And instead of you stand up with your life and say, death before I dishonor God. You say, who God? I don't know God. And you do whatever bullshit Babylon want you to do. You have to defend God with your life. You have to defend God business with your life. If that's not what you're doing, you are not ready. Go sit down. You have to be willing to die for God. The same way that I claim say God died for you. Because God can give you back your life. The same way that God gave Jesus back life. Y'all don't want to do that. All of you turn Judas quick. We got mail. God got something to say. We got hospital. Mystical being. Human resources. Jail. Adolescent. Shadow government scheme. The people them behind the government. Hospital, mystical being. Human resources. Jail, adolescent. Shadow government scheme. So what I'm getting from that is people who are on the rise. People who call on God's name and it's like you're trying to find your strength. Hospital to mystical being. What's a hospital? Is a place where you go and get healed, right? Mystical being, human resources. We are the human resources of the Most High God. That's why God helped those who help themselves. God stand up for those who stand up for themselves. We have to do the work. That's why there's so much talk of faith. So we have to do the work. Then we got jail, adolescent. We got ourselves trapped in our adolescent mind. An adolescent is not quite baby, but not quite adult either. So that's where a lot of you are at because of this shadow government scheme. You're afraid to truly step into your adult energy when it comes to being a mystical being, when it comes to being human resources for the Most High God. The government scheme come up against you. You don't know God again. You go back into childlike mode or preschool mode. You're not so strong in God again. It's time to heal. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. See? Illegal activity. You go right to do what's the word? Corrupted thing the shadow government want you to do. You conform to every bit of corruption because you're not strong enough in your mind, in your faith. You don't have that much faith in God. It's not strong enough. So they get you to do illegal activity and you try and make excuses as to why it's not so bad. Yes, it is that bad. Stop lying to yourself. Because the fact that you lie to yourself is not going to make God bless you. God know the difference. As much as you're willing to put in is as much as God is going to give you. That's it. As much faith as you're willing to put in God, that's as much help as God is going to give you. So y'all will never grow past your adolescence when it comes to your faith in God. Because you don't allow yourself the experience to see God work. What is a miracle? A miracle is basically having something done for you that you couldn't do for yourself. Seeing something work out to your benefit, and you know, no human being and yourself, you could have never do that for yourself. That's a miracle. A miracle is God making a way out of what seemed to be no way. A miracle is defying all of the odds that are stacked against you. Like God did for me and Malika. That's a miracle. I had nobody else to put my trust in but God. At first, I had my trust in myself because I will not be bullied. I will not be enslaved. And then God came along like, you're not on your own, I'm with you. I was like, nice. And then God started to really show me what God can do. I was like, shit, I got more and more comfortable, more and more relaxed. Like, oh, is this how the God thing work? Aha, I see, said the blind woman. We will never get to know God if we don't give ourselves a chance to experience God. We will never grow in faith if we don't allow ourselves to be in those positions where there's nothing but faith that could take us through. Because if we can take ourselves out of the mess, we'll think that we are the power. If we can get ourselves out of the jams that these shadow government people will so happily put us in, we'll think that we're doing it by our own strength. God wants us to recognize it's not by our hand, it's not by our strength, it's not by our power, it's not by our intelligence. It's only the work of God. Excuse me. You can only win by having God on your side. If it had not been for the Lord on my side, tell me where would I be? God wants us to have them type of testimony. How you think they came up with a song like that? That person or the writer or somebody close to them had to have experienced a situation where they could certainly not get themselves out of. And see God work, see God actually get them and make a way where there was absolutely no way. God thing is a next level thing. These are the type of lessons that Malika learned being around me. So when you see Malika and you meet Malika, that's who you're meeting. A woman who think like that. So when you see us making quote unquote crazy decisions, it's because you don't know what we know. You have not experienced what we've experienced. You have not seen what we have seen. You don't know God like we have come to know God. So before you go and exalt yourself over us and our status and our level of righteousness, our moral code, our sensibility, just know that we are above you. It's not the other way around. We have been elevated above your standard. We move with the one who knows the way, the truth, and the life. We listen to God. That's why you understand us, and you don't have to understand us. Just know that we're winning. We know something you don't know. Do that, do that. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. So we got this illegal activity when it comes to the community and the culture. Illegal activity is at the center of our communities and our culture. Not just breaking physical laws, but especially breaking spiritual laws. We lie, thinking that it's nothing, thinking that there's no punishment for that. You are mistaken. We hurt people secretly, thinking that there's no punishment for that. You are mistaken. The same way y'all need to recognize physical law or laws of this physical realm, you need to recognize spiritual law so you don't break them. God punish everybody for every bad thing that we do. That's why I'm a goody two shoes. Because I don't like to get punished. I don't like how I feel inside when I know I've done wrong. It's like a jail. And you know that shit is like a dark cloud hanging over your head for a long time. Until you confess, until you make some type of a atonement with the Most High God and possibly with the one that you've done wrong. You know that shit is going to come back. And if that shit come back on you, what can you do and what can you say? You deserve that. Because you put that shit out there. That's why I don't do wrong by people. Not in my sensible years. I know better. And Malika know better. God had to keep such a tight leash on Malika that as soon as Malika do something bad, karma. Seriously. And I had to say to her, you see that? I had to show her God at work in her life. So she know the importance of staying on the straight and narrow. You know, you see. You did what you did and God did what God did. Nature did what nature did. The universe do what what the universe did. Because you did what you did. God be talking to us all day, every day. We just don't pay attention. I'm here to help Malika pay attention. She is fortunate to have a mother like me. I am one of the biggest blessings in a Malika life. Because all y'all been going around committing these crimes and doing all these, telling all these lies and thieving and killing people and whatnot, and your life is still shitty. You're still unhappy. You still don't have no peace within you. Your money shaky. So what you doing all that for? You still feel empty. You're surrounded by a whole bunch of people and you still feel alone. So what you doing for? What are you missing? You're missing sincerity. Because not only that you having to lie to everybody, you lie to yourself too. That's unhealthy for our psyche and our physical system. And that keeps you on a loop where you keep doing the same wrong thing and getting the same punishment, and you never get to move forward. Always repeating the same lesson. Because you're not paying attention. So your life doesn't progress. Y'all think that conforming to the system to keep the peace in your life is the way to go. But when you conform to the system, you sacrifice your own soul, your own peace of mind, your own forward movement. You sacrifice yourself. Simple mathematics. When you conform to the sick system, you sacrifice yourself, your present self and your future self, if you don't correct your course. You'll never get to be who you were destined to be. You create a whole new destiny for yourself, one that you will not like, one that you do not like right now, and expect it to get worse. Because that's what you deserve. If you're too afraid to stand up for what is right, then whatever you put out there, that's what you're going to get back. So yeah, illegal activity is the center of our culture and our communities. High school vibe, children vibe, big men and big women with baby minds. We got cleaner, Ministry of Health of the underground tunnel, the hidden advocate of good. That's how you clean that shit up. So a lot of you come on the internet with your big smiles and your nice clothes and your nice car and your nice house and your husband or your wife and your happy looking children. And the truth is, in a real life, all of you sad. I am miserable. Malika sincerely happy. When she miserable, she miserable. But usually Malika miserable because of her own thoughts. But when she happy, she sincerely happy. This has not been an easy experience for Malika. Just imagine the type of hole that y'all put Malika in. To find out what she father did to her mother. And what her grandfather did to her mother. And what her auntie did to her mother. What y'all participated in. And then I want to bring little Jaquan. Y'all want to drag little Jaquan into the bullshit. Malika love you, people. Y'all betrayed her mother, and by extension, you betrayed her. If Malika is sad sometimes, she have a right to be sad sometimes. She got good reason to be sad sometimes. It's heartbreaking what you people did. Very heartbreaking. I'm tougher than Malika. It breaks my heart too, so I can only imagine how she be feeling at times. Y'all created a world for Malika where Malika can't have friends. Malika can't trust her family. Malika can't have a man because they can't be trusted. Because they're always working with y'all. She can't go to the dentist and get good service either. She eat the same poisonous foods that y'all put in this house for me. And when I hurt, she hurt. Because she loved me. As much as y'all don't want her to love me, she loved me. She appreciates me. When I hurt, she hurt. This is how ruthless y'all have been. Because I'm a good person who has the power to turn society into a good thing. Because none of you can say that I did anything wrong to you for y'all to be treating me like this. Y'all don't have no good justification for what y'all are doing to me. And the fact that you were getting a paycheck for hurting me like that is not a good reason. There are many ways to get a paycheck. I am more of an asset to the world than a liability. Not just an asset to myself and to my family and to my country. I'm an asset to the world at large. That's what y'all are trying to ruin. As if the world don't need more people like me in it. Because y'all don't have the courage to stand up. I do. Y'all should be glad that there's somebody like me in these bomber-clad times who is willing to stand up and walk through the fire. Not just for myself, but for your bomber-clad too. I don't just do this for myself. I do this for everybody. Because it's the right thing to do. We deserve better. You know you deserve better. You just don't have the courage to make it happen. I do. Instead of fighting against me, what y'all was supposed to be doing was supporting me. Instead of handing me over to these evil people who want to kill me and put me in fucking psych wards and shit like that, y'all should have been protecting me. Somebody has the courage to stand up and talk and walk the walk. An advocate of good. For real. Not a pretend one. Not one who run when the battle get hot. But y'all see what I can do without you. This is how Malika is being bred. She's this pedigree. I didn't need any of you to stand by me. You see what I accomplished without you people. With all of you coming against me and my little child. See what God can do? If you just choose not to give up. If you choose to be patient and just do what you got to do when you got to do it, don't be afraid. See what God can do? And y'all think that if all y'all work together against me, surely she's going to be taken down. I think not. God said hell to the motherfucking no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. Don't you forget it. The fuck? We're going to go around one more time. God said the rest of y'all need to find your strength. Get out to this adolescent faith. You need to have adult-like faith. Every time we get to the brink where God is about to show up and show out in your life, you fucking conform to the ills of the devil. The ills of society. How God is ever going to be able to show you what God can do in your life? Y'all need to read the Bible. There's a lot of information in there that we need to know and we need to take seriously. Maybe they put some bullshit in there, so be careful when you're reading it. Be careful what you choose to believe. But there is a lot of truth in there, a lot of lessons left there by our ancestors, our elders, people who've been long time ago experiencing God, telling us their testimony of how their life and their interaction with God went. We can learn a lot from the Bible. You need to stop seeing it as some kind of a holy book and see it as a book of lessons. People are telling you who God is and how God moves. And you can look at your life as well and see how God moves in your life. Put the two of them together. And separate when you need to separate. Y'all keep denying God the chance to show up in your life. You get this close every time to God being able to bless you. And because you're so afraid of the system, you bow. Every time. You bow to the system, but you're not bow to God. This is the ministry that's breeding Malika. So if y'all want to know who Malika is and y'all see Malika behaving like this is where she got it from. She has lived too much and experienced too much of God to not have faith. We're going to go around one more time. I feel there's one more message. If you're not sure, you need to test God with something small before you test God with something big. That's how you grow your faith. Just to make sure that God is real, just to make sure that you'd be safe. Because I understand your apprehension. God understands your apprehension. But what are you going to do about getting rid of this apprehension? God said, test every spirit. That means God is open to being tested too. God tests you all the time. God tests us all the time. So how you going to know God if you don't open up the door to get to know God? Start to interact with God. Start to test God. Let God manifest for you. So you can learn to have faith in what God can do. God can do all things. The book says I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. Real talk. I'm a living, walking, breathing testimony of that. I'm not supposed to be here right now. I'm not supposed to be of sound mind right now. I'm not supposed to be looking so healthy right now. I'm not supposed to be so peaceful and happy right now. But when you got God, those things come as standard. I'm not supposed to have beautiful teeth in my mouth right now. But when you have God, when you're working with God, God get to show up and show off in your life. And you get to sing God's praises. And you get to walk through this scary world fearlessly. You get to walk through this very scary world. It is scary. Fearlessly. We can't do it without God. God is making it its business to make we know we can't do it without God. Because the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. We need to recognize the king. We need to recognize the queen. Why not? God said, this is my world. I'm not going to beg you to serve me, but you will recognize me. And the longer you take to recognize me is the longer you're going to stay in poverty and confusion and fear and be a target for people to manipulate you. The longer you stay abused and oppressed. God said, I got time. When you've had enough of the bullshit, check me. Seriously. I say, yeah, when you're tired of being abused, when you're ready to bless yourself, check me. Check God, not me. That's what God said. God said, when you're ready to bless yourself, When you're ready to love yourself and put yourself first and stop making everybody else govern over you and giving you less than you know you strive for, less than you deserve, less than you work for. Check me. I can help you. That's what God say. I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am it. I am everything. And I am everyone. Because God sit in Zion and reign in the hearts of all flesh. When I say yes, nobody can tell you no. You go to church for years and years and years and years and years and years and your faith no stronger than when you started. You reach an adolescent faith, some of you, and get stuck there. Every time you revert to primary school faith. And some of you to preschool faith. Some of you turn into full Judas. I don't know God. Sell out God and God people. Fix it. Because I'm all right. And Malika is all right. No, nothing that you do will change our blessing or change our fate. We have to make that happen. So you could keep wasting your life trying to ruin ours. Keep wasting your life and wasting whatever money you got trying to ruin ours. Let's see how that work out for you. Because when God ready for bless you, there's nothing that you can do about it. When God is ready to bless us in the way that God intend to bless us, there's nothing you can do about it. It's not a if. Remember, I said when. Right now, God is just giving you people a chance to correct yourselves before big judgment come up on you. God already talk about black death. You think God is playing with y'all? Trying to abuse servants of the Most High God who have done no wrong by you people? Keep doing it and let's see what happens. I hope to God I get to read about it. And let everybody else hear. The other day, June, when God predicted June 3rd, on June 2nd, we had hailstone, we had thunder, we had lightning. It's the precursor to whatever was to come on the 3rd. God made its voice known on the 2nd. We don't get thunder and lightning like that, and hailstone and rain. God said intelligent girls or intelligent people, intelligent people who have surrendered to the Most High God will be in their homes. How did June look to you? How did June 3rd go for you? What happened on June 3rd? God started roaring since June 2nd. Those of you who had an ear, it was your cue to hear. Those of you who have eyes, it was your cue to see. And those of you who know better, it was your cue to not test the Most High God. God spoke of a black death. The black death is when there was some kind of a outbreak in the early centuries. I don't remember when, but some years ago there was an outbreak that killed almost half the people in England, they say. This is not about Black Death for England. This is about Black Death for you evil people. God know exactly where to find y'all. I like how y'all congregate with each other. It's easy to put something in your midst and y'all will just pass it on to each other. 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 You think you're safe? To keep hurting people who have done you no wrong? You think you're safe? You're not safe. God is getting fed up of y'all abusing us. The other day I did the Pisces reading. Craig is a Pisces. Craig must have fling some magic either upon me or upon Malika. And God said, yo, I was going to kill you. The Pisces male reading. Go check it out. The mysticism card was about to come out the deck and the mysticism card get catch in between the card them like this and stayed right there until I was done shuffling. And look at the card we pull. Musk. And when I was reading the underlying issue for the mysticism, for the Pisces male reading, God said, I stopped that magic in the air because I was going to kill you. Anyhow, that did actually work, you would have dead too. God is getting fed up of you people abusing me and Malika. I'm fed up. I've been fed up. Malika been fed up. God got more tolerance than we. But God is getting fed up. Who can hear go feel? From Pata, come right down to the least of you. This is your warning. Stop harassing us or else you will pay dearly. And severely, I heard. You'll pay dearly and severely, God said. Look at this. Podcast. Oh, there's more. Assessment University. There's a lot of valuable information on this podcast. Pay attention, assess it, break it down, decipher, analyze it, God said. There's a lot of very valuable knowledge. You can't find this in a school. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Ha! I just told you. Let's see what comes next. Quit. College is in the reverse. You think you're smart. You're not that smart. And plus, university is a higher level of learning than any college status. And your college status is even in the reverse. Y'all are in a bad state. Those who have eyes to see, see. Those who have ears to hear, make sure you hear. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. You have had years of abusing me and Malika without serious repercussion. How long do you think God gonna keep on allowing you to do that without serious repercussion for? God is getting fed up. So what you think you know, you don't know. You think you're so smart. God said this podcast have a lot of information in it that you need to assess. I knew I felt one more message in here. What you think you know, you don't know. Look, college in the reverse, music come out in the upright. Harmony. Harmonize. You'll be better off either being neutral or being in support of me. It's either you stay out completely or you support me. Those are your two choices if you don't want to get fucked up. If you go on the team that's hurting me, you will get fucked up. You and your people. Since you don't give a fuck about my child, God not gonna give a fuck about you and yours. And I will happily come on here and tell everybody that the reason why you're getting fucked up is because your mommy and daddy has been doing very naughty things to people that they shouldn't. They fucked with God's chosen people. They fucked with the prophets and the prophetesses of God, and the Bible said, do my prophets no harm. Touch not the Lord's anointed. I'm telling you, go read the book. Touch not the Lord's anointed and do my prophets no harm. You could tell yourself all day and all night that I'm not a prophetess. It not gonna make me not a prophetess, because I've been prophesying since I came on here. My readings are uber accurate. I got access to government files that government officials don't have access to. I can access information of ancient civilizations if God want me to. I have full access. I am a prophetess, whether you like it or not. I am that girl. I'm newer at this than you, but I outrank you. I outdo you. I outshine you. Deal with it. Yes, you got 40 years, you got 50 years doing this shit, but I still outshine you. You can't do what I can do. You can't pull information that I have access to. You can't. You're not that girl and you're not that guy. So how dare you tell me I am not a prophet? Who else gonna give me the type of information that I get? Who else can open up the Akashic records and give me access to the type of information that God make me pull? Only God. So how am I not a prophetess when I'm doing it? Keep lying to yourself. You still gonna get punished for fucking with God's prophets. Touch not the Lord's anointed and do God's prophets no harm. Period. Make harmony or stay the fuck out. We either work together or you leave me alone completely. Those are your two choices. Or else fuck around and find out. Police. Real police. Spiritual police. God is watching you. You who say you are Jews but are not. You who call yourselves children of God but are not. You who call yourselves Christians but are not. You who call yourselves, what they call Muslims but are not. You who call yourselves Buddhists but are not. You who call yourselves Rastafarians but are not. Who did I miss? Insert name here. You are being watched and you are being policed. Look, the Jews, the church. We got information, president or prime minister. That's who's giving me the information. The president of the world, the president of creation. Everything seen and unseen. The real president. We got money, blessings. Whenever you see a money card in a oracle reading, fit whatever the blessing is in there. In my case, it's my reputation, my authenticity, being recognized for who I actually am. So the information from the president, aka God, that's the currency that proves to you who I am. Where do I get my information from, if not from God? I can't access the Akashic records of myself. I don't know what is to come of myself. I be talking shit just like the rest of you. What do I have that you don't? I have an authentic relationship with the divine. That's what I have. I'm not a part-time God woman. I do this full-time. And this is how Malika is being bred. We don't do God part-time. We do God full-time. To the death of us. Death before we dishonor God. We choose death before we dishonor God. That is our creed. Or else God will deal with us severely. God don't have favorites. God pays us according to our work. That's it. So if we fuck around, we gonna find out too. There's method to what appears to be madness when it comes to the social media. We started off this podcast. You need to assess it because there's high information, university level information on this channel. I'm not the average human being. I am very advanced in the things that I'm involved in. You don't have to give me my credit. I already have it. So we got government funded. This is God government. God is the president. God government coded message. Those who have ears to hear me, hear me. Those who have eyes to see, make sure that you're seeing. Army. God's army. God police. I am a gang member of God's army. God's police. And I am the lawyer. The word comes through me. God put the words in me and my mouth speak them. For our healing, our understanding, our elevation. For the entire human nation. We need it. oracle, a person who delivers message from the divine. That is me. And Malika. And Malika. Children. And all the other children that I'm going to have in the future, they are all oracles. We are all messengers of the Most High. We are all members of God's army and God's police. The apple don't fall far from this tree. That shadow government representative. Which shadow government is that? Is that God's government or the actual shadow government, the evil one? Let's see. Farm crying. Okay, these are the bad ones. Because shadow government from God's side would be people who are actually servants of God, but you don't know. But this one is talking straight of how the system cultivate crying, sadness, depression, loss, poverty. And this is what y'all are protecting when you try to hurt me and my children. Because I'm standing against those things. I'm one of the few voices and the few people with the oomph to stand up against those things. How can you afford to lose somebody like me? Do you like being a slave? Do you like being confused? Do you like being depressed? Do you like having broken families? Do you like repeating horrible life lessons? Do you like being confused about where you should go next in life? Because that's what you got. And with my podcast, I help to alleviate all those things. With my podcast, I help to alleviate all those things. Assess my videos and you'll see how much information you have been missing. Life-changing, life-saving, self-empowering information you have been missing. The world can't afford to lose a person like me. You don't have that many. The fuck? Look. So the shadow government want the farm crying. So what these people in power do is the work that they do, musician, male, right? Male is masculine energy going after what you want. So what these people in power do when it comes to my word and my work is they try to vaccinate the public. Basically, they do things to make the public not want to listen to me, not be able to find my videos, not believe the things that I say. Because they want y'all to keep crying. They want y'all to stay lacking in power, because then they get to keep the power. And nothing ever changes in your life. You can hope for better day from now until thy kingdom come. Thy kingdom gonna come and you still gonna be in the same position. Because you didn't do anything to change it. Every time the opportunity comes for you to do something, you get frightened. And then you bow and let these evil people make you do things that go against your own moral code. A lot of us are only bad people because that's how they set the system. When you're bad, you get by in life. That's why a lot of people do bad things. That don't make it okay. And it doesn't have to stay that way either. They made it like that. We can unmake it like that. I'm here to unmake it from being like that. I'm here to set your soul free. I'm here to try and help you to have a peaceful mind again, where you don't have to look back at all the bad memories of all the bad things that you've done because you thought that's what you had to do to get by. Don't you want to escape that life? That in itself would cause your body all type of physical illness because your mind is not settled. And that's why it fuels the pharmaceutical industry and the medical industry and the psychotherapy industry. That's what they want. They don't care about you. I care about you, but you don't care about me. How silly of you. Because you're afraid. Shit. Well, I tell you what. When push comes to shove, I'm going to be all right. And I won't be worried about you. And I'm going to teach Malika not to worry about you either. Because you need to take some accountability for your quality of life. You need to play your part. I'm here playing my part. Make sure that you find the courage or find the prayer to ask God to give you the courage and the wisdom that you need to play your part. Stop the bullshit. Environment, primary school. That's what they want, y'all. I'm giving you university. They want to keep y'all as primary school. How irresponsible are you when you were in primary school? The judicial system, it needs a clinic. The system need a clinic. I'm hearing to show y'all. So the system need a clinic, hidden message, land, obeah or dark magic. That's what they do to the adults. They make you revert. When you find your strength, then they look at you and see, ooh, that one there get too strong. So they send all type of trauma and drama your way. And what do? You don't stand in it. You don't tell God, please come in and handle this for me. And actually wait for God to handle it, even if it takes years. You don't do that. That's why you keep losing. Be patient. Wait upon the Lord. Walk with God and wait. God is working on other things behind the scenes that you don't see. Just have faith, bro. You don't have to know what God is doing behind the scenes. You don't have to know what's taking so long. That's why I tell y'all, stop this thing about women supposed to only live 80 years and men only live till 70 years. That's bullshit. It's not normal for a person to look all wrinkly at 60 and 70 and 80 and 90 years old. You're still a baby at that age. The Bible tells us that Shem had his first child at age 530. The Bible lie? Is that a lie? Genesis 11:11. I read it here on this channel. Shem had his first child at 530 years old. I like to talk about believe the Bible, believe the Bible. What is that? Is that a lie in the Bible? Or are we in this day being deceived about age and how to care for ourselves? It's not normal to look like a prune. A dried prune at 100 is not normal and it's not acceptable and nobody want it. But y'all don't want to live a life that's going to encourage you to keep your youthful appearance. Y'all don't want to study what you need to study so that you know how to take care of your body properly. Y'all are being lazy. Wishy-washy. Instead of being students of life. Get out there. I'm done. This is how Malika is being bred.